Well, Cassie filed the lawsuit, and I believe I've seen you speak on Kim Porter about stuff
Right.
you've seen in the past. So at
Right.
what
Like,
point?
go ahead.
I was saying, at what point did you start to see stuff?
The first incident that I found out about Puff and Kim Porter, I was called by Kirk Burrows and Paul. It was Kirk Burrows, I think. And I had to go over to, Puff didn't have no security. He was over St. Luke's Hospital. Him and Kim had got into an incident where she had took a corkscrew and cut his wrist, his right wrist. So I was asked to go over there, and right then I found out that they had an altercation. Kim looked like she was bruised up, and Puff had his wrist wrapped up in a t-shirt that was constantly, there's blood everywhere. And come to find out, she had cut, I think probably an artery or something in his wrist with a corkscrew. So that's the first altercation I know of Kim and Puff having a certain situation.
Pretty crazy thing to go through at that point.
Well, that was that was him and his girl, and I didn't see the altercation. I only saw the aftermath of the altercation. And it seemed like she probably got the best of him that time. To me.
Okay, so now you go through this incident with Puff, and you kind of see the aftermath of everything, man. What's your kind of general thoughts about everything that you go through at the time?
On that particular situation,
Yeah.
what you got to realize is that Puff was a part of our crew. And at the time, he was an underling. And he's not the Puff Daddy that y'all know and y'all see. You understand? He still was like a nobody trying to make it to me. You understand? So, in that point, he was still trying to be around the same gang, even though he had Big and Craig Mack for Bad Boy Records. They hadn't blown up yet. Craig Mack record was the one that was being played and hot. Biggie was not, Biggie at the time, the Notorious Big. So Puff wasn't even trying to even rap. He was just trying to promote, help the street team, and help everybody to blow Bad Boy up to what he wanted to be. So, he's not the same individual that y'all see now than he was back then. You got to realize this was like in 90, this was 91, and then I left him alone. Then after that Suge Knight thing happened, I came back. So this is like 94, 95. You understand what I'm saying? So he was just happy for somebody like me who had that status of those different crews to be his big unk to look out for him so nobody would do nothing to him. So now, if you're speaking about allegations with Kim and everything like that, a lot of that stuff started happening after I think around the time Ms. Lopez and him was breaking up.
Oh, okay. So that's when you seen things kind of get worse, or you just started seeing things in general?
Well, just I wouldn't say worse because Puff never did things like that around me. He knew I didn't play that. He tried cursing his mother around me, and I checked him on that. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to realize he had other bodyguards, and he wouldn't do certain things around me because I'm a law enforcement officer, and I wasn't going to let him do that. I've been I did 27 years as a parole officer. And I'm like, at the time, our relationship, I was like his big unk. So I'm not gonna let him do stupid stuff to get himself in trouble or me in trouble. So a lot of that stuff that is probably happened after I left, you understand, other than, the swinging stuff that he did with Kim and other guys and everything.
Okay, talk to me about that a little bit.
I don't know what you want to know about that, Cam. You know, you're talking about you, this is your girl, this is your woman. She didn't even have Christian at the time, but you bringing other guys in with her, and then sometimes be just other girls and her, then other guys, then guys and girls, and they swinging, they doing their thing, bro. You know, I guess that's what the industry is. They like to swing like that. You know, the rock stars do it. I guess the rappers was doing it too.
Was that stuff surprising to you, or were you used to it being
Oh
around the music
yeah,
business?
I'm not gonna have Cam. That's surprising to anybody. You know, who gonna have their girl having sex with another man because you can have sex with their girl, or y'all switching and y'all, nah, man. That's some that's some beyond me. But I know it happens.
Mark Curry has said in an interview that Puff broke Kim Porter's nose when they were fighting on a yacht. Did you ever see anything like that or hear about anything like that?
I never seen Puff put his hands on Kim like that, other than snatching her and grabbing her or something like that. But as far as no, I heard of the nose breaking. That was something that I heard of that.
I had seen somewhere that, he treated J Lo different than he treated Cassie and Kim.
Well, I know that I never seen him with the play fight like he used to do with Kim, because that's how it would start off. He would start off with the play fight, hitting her with pillows and all like that. I guess that love tap, I don't know, that I wasn't into that. I've never been into that with women. So he would start off like that. Then it would always probably go up to something, a higher level, or where she wanted him to stop playing with her like that because he may have gotten a little too rough for her. But I never seen him do Miss Lopez like that. And when J Lo was around, I used to always just call her Miss Lopez. Um, he would do the flirtation and like have a lot of girls around, and then try to play her like that. But you know, she would check that. And I put in my book one particular night where she was in the we was in the studio and a lot of girls was up there, and J Lo got, Miss Lopez got mad, and she went home and she put on some jeans and sneakers and put her hair back into a little bun and a ponytail, and she came back to the studio, and Puff had a new song for her because she was heated, and he got rid of all those girls that was in the studio. So he never tried to, you know, straight up, talk to her crazy or anything around people. Never. I never even heard him raise his voice to her.
Mm, okay. Totally different. Totally different than.
Totally different. But you got to realize with Kim them and most other people that I've seen him be around, they depended on him. Miss Lopez didn't depend on him. She had her own.
One thing I've seen a lot of people say was they want to hear from Young Miami.
She's standing by her man. That's what she said, right? I'm standing by my man.
Did she say that? I must have missed it.
Yeah, I think she said that when they was over in London, that she's standing by her man.
That's crazy. I mean, he might not be treating her like that.
I don't know. It's different when a lady says she like to be peed on and she's dealing with somebody. That came out her mouth.
Right, I remember.
So you ain't gonna give her what she like?
So she might be actually into all this stuff, or not, not all of it, but some of the stuff
May
that's
not
been,
bother her.
it might not bother her and she might actually like it.
She can go get her Birkin bag the next day.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.